Well, hello there, and welcome to the EAR triangle, that lens through which we see everything that we do here in Coreplay. Now, I developed the EAR framework back when I was working at the Children's Hospital, the King's Daughters in Norfolk, Virginia. And I used this framework to help parents who had children who were struggling to meet those developmental milestones and were just feeling like they just didn't even know where to start. And so what I did is I realized that the things that I was doing in my therapy session, looking at the environment, looking at the activities, and then making adjustments to the environment and activities based on the child's response, was something that parents could benefit from too. This strategy, this framework that I was using. And so I began to teach parents the same framework. So I taught parents to look at the environment, the activities and responses. And I'll tell you what happened is that parents got it and they were thriving and their kids were thriving. And parents felt so good about being able to better understand what was going on in the environment, how they could change that or tweak that, what was going on with activities, how they could tweak that and change that to get the kind of responses out of their children that they wanted to. And so then I started to teach it to my interns that would come in and the other therapists that were working in the clinic that I would mentor. And everybody just found that it was such a wonderful strategy to help parents and children thrive. And I want to teach it to you today. So when we talk about the environment, we're talking more about the environment than just the physical aspects. We're talking about the temporal environment. We're talking about the time of day, the time of life. We're also talking about the personal environment, how you're feeling when you enter into engagement with your little one, how your little one is feeling when you attempt to enter into engagement or activity with your little one. And of course, we're looking at the physical environment too, because that's kind of where our brain goes to when we think of the environment. Then we're going to talk about the activities, the A part of the EAR triangle. And activities, there's three things that we want to look at there too. And that's that activities have to be appropriate, and they have to be child-centered, and they have to have some aspect of serve and return, that back and forth interaction. And then finally, we're going to look at responses a little bit more. And responses being, how does our child tell us what they're learning by how they respond, whether it's positive or negative? Because responses also give us the opportunity to make change based on our child's responses to the environment and the activities. The big thing about responses is that it allows us to bond with our child, and it allows for that trust relationship to develop. So we're going to dive a little deeper into these three areas of the EAR triangle: environment, activities, and responses here in just a minute. So grab your playbook and join me as we start with the environment.